Hey guys, Josh here with OBF. So today we're going to be talking about digestion and your gut health. Now the key word today is going to be inflammation. So inflammation begins and basically ends in the gut. Okay? So it causes most major issues in your body, including that halted progress, that dreaded plateau that everybody talks about. Okay? So if your gut is compromised, there's going to be elevated systemic inflammation everywhere in your body. Now, why is this bad? Okay, so why is this bad? Well, we have an increased disease risk systemically all over. So this doesn't just affect you now, this affects you in the future. Okay? It will cause you to have a poor metabolism, so poor time digesting, assimilating, and needing more food to allow you to progress, to train hard, to lose fat, and everything that we need, okay? Digestion and gut health is the beginning of it all. So if you have inflammation, none of that is going to work. Gut discomfort, so that's bloating, gas, feeling really bad after you eat certain food, that's all inflammation, okay? And if your digestion is compromised, you're going to see things like fat gain, or at least an inability to lose fat, muscle loss, or at least an inability to gain muscle, okay? And mental lethargy. So if you actually find yourself depressed, or just not feeling on your game, or slow, or just generally very moody, it's likely actually starting in your gut, because 80% of your body's neurotransmitter production is started in your gut. Okay, your gut tells your brain what to do, right? You know that saying, listen to your gut? That's very real. Okay, so what are some tips or even leading causes of these issues in your life right now? These are some quick takeaways. Okay, so too much inflammatory bad bacteria in your gut. Okay, so there's good and bad bacteria, right? Well, now science is telling us that the bacteria population in your gut is actually responsible for how much fat you store, how much muscle you gain, and things like that. And it's pretty advanced stuff. So if you have too much inflammatory bad bacteria, you're going to be getting sick more often, you're going to be constipated more often, you have that foggy brain, okay? So what can you do? Well, first one is you can avoid NSAIDs and other anti-inflammatory drugs. Those things will just wreak havoc on your digestive environment, and that's not what we need. In your diet, include a lot of probiotic foods like kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, anything like that. Anything that's fermented is extremely good for your gut environment. And then finally, you can supplement with a probiotic supplement that we can hook you up with here at OBF. Okay, and finally, get a nice and balanced diet, okay? So protein, vegetables, fats, and include some resistant starch in there. So resistant starch will feed your body that good bacteria. You can get it from cooked and cooled potatoes, green bananas, cooked and cooled white rice, stuff like that. We can teach you more about that later. Number two is eating the wrong foods for you. So everybody is an individual. So something that works for somebody else might not necessarily work for you. I'm talking about food intolerances. If you are intolerant to a food, or your body is bothered by that food, it does not matter how healthy it is. It could be a banana, it could be chicken, it could be an apple. If your body does not like it, and it has a reaction to it, that will halt your progress. Okay, so we need to take those out of your diet. The common ones, are wheat, gluten, dairy, beans, nuts, things like that. You really need to evaluate what is actually adding to your process and what is really just taking away. Okay? Number three is not breaking your food down. The two main causes of this are not chewing, okay, and decreased stomach acid production. So when you get that acid reflux, that's usually not because you have too much acid production. It's usually because you have too little, because your body doesn't recognize that there is food in there, okay? So when you're chewing your food, you need to be chewing about 15 to 40 times, okay? Because if you have undigested food that leaves your stomach and goes into your intestines, you're gonna have a lot of issues, okay? A lot of leaky gut issues going on, and it's gonna be extremely uncomfortable for you. Number four, stress, both physical and mental. If you're an extremely stressed person, with your job or anything like that, or you're just pounding your body into the ground, it's probably time, okay, to reevaluate your approach to your training for a little while. So what I actually recommend is only 2 to 4 workouts that are around an hour long per week, okay? And switching your focus to prioritizing your nutrition, your sleep, deep breathing, okay, so stress management stuff, and hydration. Covering the basics, okay, and pulling back a little bit, allowing your body to repair your stomach acid production, your joints, everything like that. If you're chronically stressed, your gut is going to be messed, all right? You can take that in mind. And number 5, finally, fueling your body right before your training, okay? So if you're eating things high in fructose, dairy is really common, fatty meats or saturated fat, heavy meal, it takes a lot longer to digest. Some of it ferments in the stomach, and you're generally going to be really uncomfortable when you train, right? It's no fun training if you're bloated, you have gas, or anything like that. So before training, fuel your body with really basic foods, okay? Protein, carbohydrate, or fats, depending on what your goals are. And what your coach tells you, but nothing that's going to wreak havoc on your gut, and certainly nothing new. Okay, so just to recap, the top 5 tips and causes here are too much inflammatory bacteria, so get those probiotics in there, a nice balanced diet. Eating the wrong foods for you, so we don't want you to eat foods that you're intolerant to. We can help you find that out here at OBF. It's a very simple process. Not breaking your food down, so you need to be making sure that you have enough stomach acid production, so you can supplement with some digestive enzymes or HCl, something like that, and that you're chewing. Number 4, managing your stress and recognizing that if you actually are a stressed individual, that your training can't be like a professional athlete. We need to pull it back and kind of refocus you a little bit. And finally, number 5, fueling your body the right way before you go in there and train. Okay? I hope this helps, guys. This covers gut health and digestion. Can't wait to see you in the next video. I'll see you then.